Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm wearing black in remembrance of those who died in Johannesburg last week during the xenophobic attacks. I'm also remembering my father as well. Today is the 12th of September, and he would have been 78 this year. He departed 13 years ago this month of September. There's a lot of emotion over what has happened here in South Africa. But I just feel that I just need to speak out a little bit. My name is Apostle Victoria Rufai, and I'm in South Africa. Nigeria, you have been saying repeatedly now and then about how you helped the South African liberation struggle during the time of apartheid. And definitely I agree that you did wonderful, wonderful things for us on behalf of the struggle. My father, who I'm remembering today as well, he was a political exile. When he was about to finish his medical degree at the University of Natal, he had to go into exile, and he was an ANC cadre. Now, he left the country and he traveled through Africa, and he went to countries. He traveled through Zambia, spent time in Zambia, and then he went on to finally arrive in Nigeria before going on to the United States of America. When he arrived in Nigeria, he was warmly welcomed and warmly supported. He didn't spend much time in Nigeria, but he arrived there during the time of the Biafra War. Now you can just imagine, you're a foreigner arriving at a time in an unknown country you don't know, and there's a real internal conflict going on, but despite that, he was warmly welcomed. And so he made his way safely through Africa and arrived safely in the United States of America. So definitely I can witness that Nigeria and the other African countries really helped during the struggle. And then when South Africa was finally liberated from apartheid, it became a green pasture for a lot of people. So people started to come, and we welcomed them. But along with those who came, were those who decided we are going to make money here. And doesn't matter what we're going to do to make the money. So some of you became drug barons and in the process destroyed the lives of many people, many South Africans. As you can see, I'm filming this video in a cemetery. And on top of that, also, you have trafficked young girls in the prime of their youth, when they are supposed to have been in school. They were kidnapped and sent into prostitution, trafficked into prostitution. And lives were also destroyed that way as well. And you know, South Africans, we have been through so much. We have been through so much. You have to understand why some people are at the point where they are doing what they have done. We don't say that it's right, but you have to understand the situation. Also, fraud, using the electricity that the Lord blessed us with to sit in the internet cafes, do 419, defraud people all over the world, using South Africa as your platform. All of these things are very wrong. The trafficking of children also. Children have gone missing and being trafficked overseas. And this is a very tragic story for us. There is no South Africans who are doing this in Nigeria. And yet you accuse, you can't even say sorry for the things that you have done in South Africa. Not everybody, but believe me, a little yeast in dough will spread throughout. It affects everything. Please, don't condemn the country the way that you're doing. Foreign nationals, I want to talk to you now as a whole now. You know, yes, you come to the country in search of brighter opportunities, better opportunities, but in the end, it's just all about the money. You don't actually show love for the country. You don't support Bafana Bafana, for example, or other national South African teams in the stadium when they're playing. You don't socialize with South Africans. You make enclaves and you keep to yourselves. You don't really mix with us. You don't know us. But yet you're collecting money, you're making money in the country. You don't join us in our fun sports events like marathons. You keep to yourselves. So please, you know, just don't point fingers here, but think about what has actually really happened. More people have died from these illegal activities in South Africa than any national has died so far due to the boiling over of the pot. Let us show love to one another. Let us show love to one another. Foreigners, as you are making money in the country, it's very, very important to give back to the communities. Those that have shops, please, out of what you make, give back to the community. If you have a spaza, for example, give to those who are in need, and believe me, you'll be so warmly received. If you have a spaza and somebody in your community has died and you hear about it, well, give some mealie meal, some rice, oil, something out of your stock, just to show appreciation to the community and to the country that has supported you. If a person is just in a country just for what they can get out of it, eventually I just don't think it's going to work. So really, we want all of the death to stop. We don't want any more killings. But please, international community, consider our feelings. And let us come together, hug one another, country to country, and let us try to move on. The wounds here are very deep. People are still looking for their loved ones, the girls who have gone missing. They're looking for their sisters, their cousins, their daughters. They just hear that they have been taken. They don't know where, which part of the country they have been taken to. So it's very bad. I really recommend that we read the whole book of Proverbs. It's gonna teach us a lot, advise us on what we should do so that we can move forward. But please don't condemn South Africa. Show us love. Apologize. And let's see if the grieving hearts can be mended. This is Apostle Victoria Rufai of Royal Ambassadors of Christ Ministries, South Africa. God bless you. Bye-bye.